Hello, dear viewers, and welcome back to our channel where we delve into the most intriguing and often dramatic narratives unfolding within the hallowed halls of the British monarchy. Today, we embark on a journey behind the seemingly serene facade of royal life to uncover a development that has sent ripples of unease through the very heart of the royal family. A secret reunion that has ignited tensions and raised serious questions about loyalty, judgment, and the future perception of the crown. Before we unravel this captivating story, do remember to show your support by liking this video, sharing it with fellow royal enthusiasts, and of course, subscribing to our channel so you never miss another royal update. Your engagement truly helps us continue bringing these stories to light. Our story begins with a figure who has been a constant, if often controversial, presence in the life of King Charles III for decades, Mr. Michael Fawcett. For many years, Mr. Fawcett was far more than just an aide. He was, by all accounts, an indispensable shadow, a trusted confidant, and a man who understood the nuances of royal life, and specifically the then Prince Charles's needs, perhaps better than anyone else. His relationship with His Majesty stretches back an astonishing 40 years, beginning in the most humble of roles as a junior valet. Over these 4 decades, he ascended through the ranks, evolving from a personal assistant to a key organizer of royal events, and eventually to the chief executive of the Prince's Foundation, a charity established by His Majesty himself. This trajectory speaks volumes about the deep trust and reliance King Charles placed in him, a bond forged through countless shared moments, both public and private. However, Mr. Fawcett's tenure, despite his undeniable closeness to the monarch, has not been without its considerable share of public scrutiny and controversy. His name has, on more than one occasion, been associated with various allegations that, while often not leading to formal charges, certainly contributed to a checkered public profile. Yet through it all, King Charles remained steadfastly loyal, often defending Mr. Fawcett against his detractors, a testament to the profound personal connection they shared. This unwavering loyalty, as we shall see, continues to be a defining characteristic of His Majesty's approach to those he holds dear. The most recent and arguably most damaging episode that embroiled Mr. Fawcett erupted with considerable force in 2021. This was the infamous Cash for Honors scandal, an accusation that sent shockwaves through the monarchy and its associated charitable organizations. At the heart of the matter were allegations that Mr. Fawcett, in his capacity as chief executive of the Prince's Foundation, had offered to facilitate a rather extraordinary exchange: the potential securing of both British citizenship and a highly coveted knighthood for a wealthy Saudi donor. The purported quid pro quo for these significant honors? Substantial financial contributions directed towards the Prince's Foundation. The very notion of such a transaction ignited a furious debate about the integrity of the honor system and the ethical boundaries of charitable fundraising, particularly when linked to members of the royal family. The press, as you can imagine, had a field day, scrutinizing every detail and demanding answers. The scandal inevitably led to a formal investigation by the charity watchdog, which meticulously examined the practices and management within the Prince's Foundation under Mr. Fawcett's leadership. While the probe ultimately cleared Mr. Fawcett of any direct misconduct, a crucial distinction, its findings were far from a complete exoneration. The investigation concluded that his actions had, regrettably, exposed the organization to substantial risk. Furthermore, it identified serious management failures that occurred under his watch, pointing to a lax oversight and a lack of proper governance that allowed such troubling scenarios to even arise. In the face of this intense public pressure and the damning findings, albeit nuanced, Mr. Fawcett felt compelled to step down from his role in 2021. His departure marked a significant moment, seemingly closing a chapter on his long and complex association with the future king. Or so it seemed. Fast forward to a recent report by the Venerable Mail on Sunday on October 5th, which revealed a development that has once again plunged the palace into a state of quiet consternation. According to their exclusive report, King Charles III, in a move that can only be described as deeply personal and undoubtedly controversial, recently held a clandestine reunion with none other than Michael Fawcett, This meeting, significant not only for its very occurrence but also for its discreet nature, took place within the historic walls of Windsor Castle. What makes this reunion particularly striking is that it marked the first time the two men had met since Mr. Fawcett's forced resignation in 2021, signaling a potential softening of the king's stance or perhaps a continuation of an unwavering bond that transcends public opinion. The details surrounding this meeting paint a vivid picture of extreme caution and secrecy. Insiders close to the situation describe the operation as nothing short of a military-style operation, a phrase that immediately conjures images of precision planning and absolute discretion. Mr. Fawcett, rather than being ushered through the main, more visible entrances of Windsor Castle, was reportedly brought in through a side entrance, carefully shielded from any prying eyes. After his audience with His Majesty, he was then escorted out using the very same discreet route. This level of meticulous planning underscores the profound sensitivity of the encounter and suggests a clear intention to keep it under wraps, far from the public gaze and the inevitable scrutiny it would attract. Naturally, the revelation of this secret meeting has sparked a flurry of speculation and varied interpretations within royal circles. One palace source, attempting to downplay the significance of the encounter, suggested that such audiences are sometimes arranged for departing staff members, a courtesy extended to those who have served the crown, albeit in a different context. This explanation, however, feels somewhat insufficient, given the sheer magnitude of Mr. Fawcett's previous role, the nature of his departure, and the extraordinary measures taken to ensure the meeting's secrecy. A more compelling and widely accepted interpretation, particularly among those familiar with the king's deep-seated loyalty, is that this meeting represents His Majesty extending a profound olive branch to a man he once considered absolutely indispensable. It is seen by many as a powerful gesture of reconciliation, a demonstration of personal forgiveness, and a reaffirmation of a bond that has weathered numerous storms. For King Charles, who has always valued loyalty and long-standing relationships, this act could be seen as an expression of his true feelings towards Mr. Fawcett, regardless of the public fallout. Indeed, sources close to His Majesty have revealed the depth of the king's sentiment regarding Mr. Fawcett's departure. His Majesty has never stopped feeling the loss of Michael being forced to resign, one insider disclosed, offering a rare glimpse into the monarch's private thoughts. The source went on to characterize their relationship as one between kindred spirits, emphasizing a deep understanding and empathy between the two men. Perhaps most tellingly, this source reiterated a sentiment that has reportedly remained constant within the king's private convictions. In the king's eyes, Michael is innocent of what he was accused of. This unwavering belief in Mr. Fawcett's innocence, despite the official findings of serious management failures, provides crucial insight into why King Charles might risk so much for a private reunion. It speaks to a profound personal conviction that transcends the often unforgiving demands of public perception and royal protocol. However, this personal conviction and the subsequent secret meeting have come at a significant cost, at least in terms of internal royal harmony. Word of this clandestine encounter, despite all efforts to keep it private, has inevitably leaked and, as predicted, has reignited palpable tensions behind the gilded palace walls. The individuals most significantly impacted by this development are reportedly Prince William, the heir to the throne, and Queen Camilla, His Majesty's devoted consort. Both are said to have been left feeling deeply uneasy and dismayed by the king's decision to reconnect with Mr. Fawcett. Their apprehension is not unfounded. Both Prince William and Queen Camilla reportedly took the extraordinary step of warning King Charles about the potentially severe repercussions of any public reconciliation with Michael Fawcett. Their concerns are rooted in a pragmatic understanding of the monarchy's delicate position in modern society and the absolute necessity of maintaining an impeccable public image. They fear that any perceived endorsement or forgiveness of Mr. Fawcett, whose royal career has been so frequently marred by controversy, could prove too damaging for the monarchy as an institution. Consider the context. The royal family has, in recent years, faced unprecedented challenges to its image and credibility. From accusations of racism to the very public departure of Prince Harry and Meghan, the Duchess of Sussex, the Windsors have been under intense scrutiny. King Charles himself, having recently ascended to the throne, is in a crucial period of establishing his reign and ensuring the monarchy remains relevant and respected in a rapidly changing world. In this landscape, any perceived misstep, particularly one involving past scandals and questionable associations, could erode public trust and severely undermine the hard-won efforts to modernize and stabilize the institution. Prince William, as the future king, carries a heavy burden of responsibility. He is acutely aware of the need for the monarchy to appear beyond reproach, to embody integrity and accountability. For him, a public reconciliation with Mr. Fawcett could send precisely the wrong message, suggesting a disregard for the ethical standards expected of those associated with the crown. Queen Camilla, too, having herself navigated a path to public acceptance, understands the importance of public perception and the enduring power of past narratives. She would undoubtedly be keen to avoid any situation that could reignite old controversies or cast a shadow over her husband's nascent reign. The tensions behind palace walls alluded to in the reports are therefore not merely trivial disagreements. They represent a fundamental clash of perspectives: the king's deep personal loyalty and belief in an old friend versus the pragmatic, forward-looking concerns of the heir and the queen about the monarchy's reputation and its very survival in a skeptical age. This internal strife poses a significant challenge to family unity and the strategic direction of the institution. It forces us to ponder the delicate balance between personal relationships and public duty, particularly for those who wear the crown. The implications of this secret meeting are far-reaching. While the immediate impact is undoubtedly internal, creating ripples of discomfort and disagreement within the royal family, the long-term consequences for public perception could be substantial. The monarchy thrives on public trust and the belief in its inherent goodness and ethical conduct. Should this reunion become more widely known and interpreted as a disregard for past transgressions, it could undermine the public's confidence in King Charles's judgment and, by extension, in the institution he leads. In conclusion, this quiet reunion between King Charles and Michael Fawcett is far more than a simple act of friendship. It is a poignant, complex narrative that speaks to the enduring power of loyalty, the burden of personal conviction, and the ever-present tension between individual desires and the immense responsibilities of a monarch. It forces us to consider the fine line between forgiveness and accountability, and how these concepts play out in the unique, highly scrutinized world of royalty. This event certainly gives us much to reflect upon regarding the future direction of the monarchy and the challenges King Charles faces in balancing his personal affections with the rigorous demands of his public role. What are your thoughts on this secret reunion? Do you believe King Charles is right to stand by his longtime friend, or should the demands of the crown take precedence over personal loyalty? Share your opinions in the comments section below. We always appreciate hearing from our engaged community. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe to our channel for more insightful royal updates, and join us for our next deep dive into the fascinating world of the British royal family. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you next time.